people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories.
Salad was delicious, honey.
I enjoyed every single morsel that I had.
Oh.
It was incredible, especially the prime rib.
Oh, I love the prime rib. Next time, we're going to get 2 of them instead of sharing.
I would love that, because you don't like as much horseradish as I like, and I love extra horseradish. I like to make my eyes water.
I know, because you're a strong man. Oh, Larry, I'm so happy that we're going to go see a movie later.
It's just nice to have this date. And you know, we're meeting our friend here, of course. I told you that, right? We're meeting.
Oh.
They should be along any moment. Now, do you see them? They're right over here.
Where are they? Where are they?
Oh, friend. It's so dark in here. Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
What a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've been hearing all about you. Larry's been talking about you every day. He's telling me so.
Thank you. Because of that club where we meet and we do that thing that we love to do. What's that thing we like to do, Arnie?
Basket weaving.
Basket weaving. That's what we do.
I just love when 2 masculine men can do something that's typically associated with female activities.
That's me and Arnie to a T. That's who we are. Me and Arnie. Oh, do you have the tickets for that movie? What's the name of that movie we're seeing, Arnie?
It's that tearjerker.
This is that tearjerker.
Yeah. It's the one with, what's her name, right? She always makes me cry.
You always cry in movies as such a softie.
Oh, come on. I'm not always a softie.
Well, I mean, you are, though, really. Like, you cried buckets. Like, the last time we went to see the dogs at the pound, we were just trying to pick one out, and you were like, they're all going to get euthanized. And I said, we can't take out all of the dogs. It's not like we have a tiny apartment.
Well, honey, don't you understand why I would be crying at the pound? These little dogs need a home.
It's just me, Arnie? I thought we were basket weaving buddies here.
I don't appreciate you bringing this up in front of your colleagues.
Karen, I'm just saying, you're a sensitive type. You're sensitive.
Oh, dear.
Oh, my goodness. Arnie,
Oh, my goodness.
what's that highly unusual object appearing out of his body? It's definitely not something you expect to be a weapon of some kind.
Oh my gosh.
What is it?
You don't know.
It could be any common household object, Arnie.
Ice pick?
An ice pick. Oh my goodness. Where's it at? Where's it lodged?
Pretty deep.
An ice pick lodged pretty deep where, Arnie? Where? Use your good eyes.
The central torso.
Oh, Arnie, I think you better go call the cops. Everybody, Arnie, get go call the cops. You don't keep Doc.
I do.
I think you gotta check and make sure he's still breathing or alive or something.
Let me check his mouth. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. Let me see.
Check for a pulse for something.
Let's see. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, darling. I think he's dead!
it looks like the weapon used was an ice pick. An ice pick. I believe there are some witnesses here that knew where the ice pick was. Who was the first on the scene?
It was lodged in his torso.
Central torso
Oh,
area.
okay.
Center mass.
Center mass, yes. Also, detectives, I gathered a bunch of witnesses for you that might have seen something for you to question.
Perfect, thank you, Officer Johnson. People, my name is Detective Alvarez, and that right there is my partner, Detective Tice. Now, I understand that some of you might have some information about our victim. I don't have time to interview each one of the 130 people that are here, so instead, we're going to have you yell out your answers on the count of 3. Do you understand? Yes. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. Yes. All right. Now on to the actual questions. Do any of you happen to know the name of the victim? 1, 2, 3. What did you say here?
Walter White.
Walter White. I like the alliteration. Walter White.
All right. Now, again, on the count of 3, does anyone know what Walter White's profession is? 1, 2, 3. I had something over here. What's that?
Wig-maker?
Wood-maker?
Wig-maker.
Wig-maker.
Walter White, the wig-maker. Now, last question before we release all of them. Do any of you happen to know where Walter White, the wig-maker, was last seen? 1, 2, 3.
New Jersey.
He was seen last in New Jersey.
Just the whole state? Newark, New Jersey. Okay. Great place, great place. All right, so, to recap, we got a male. Ice pick to the torso, name Walter White. He was a wig maker, last seen in Newark, New Jersey.
I guess we better head out to New Jersey. The entirety of the state.
Here we are.
New Jersey.
You know, this part of Jersey specifically seems to be a beach.
I see that. I got eyes.
Yeah, I just, it's a little empty around here. I thought, where's all the people with the abs and spray tans? I was looking forward to that. I haven't been to Jersey a lot.
Right, no, I understand, but it's kind of windy tonight. Oh, there they are. Excuse me. Ah, perfect. Come.
Can I help you?
Sorry, I just had to check if you had a wig.
The making there. It looks like it's a Walter White.
It is. He makes the best wigs this side of the Mississippi.
That's a long side of the Mississippi.
Yes, they're the best.
Ma'am, do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
What's in it for me? What do I get out of answering your questions, little copy cops?
How about we don't send you to jail for perjury? No? You know what? We're cops. We could probably send you to jail for some reason.
That's up to what? I bought a wig from Walter White. I saved my money from the diner for months to afford this, okay? If anybody knew I was a natural blonde, I would probably lose my job, okay?
The diner doesn't allow natural blondes.
You've never been to New Jersey before, have you?
You know, it's just the traffic getting the other side of the river.
Listen, everyone knows that Walter White's wigs are very expensive. All right? And you seem like you got your hands on one of them, and we also happen to know that Walter White, who, by the way, was murdered last night, was around here in New Jersey before he was murdered. Around however long it takes to get from New Jersey to New York.
Depends on traffic.
Now, why don't you tell us where you were last night, ma'am? Also your name.
My name's Jessica Day, and I was with Walter last night. He was fitting my wig. We met down in his warehouse over on Jefferson Street. But that's the last I saw him, I promise. We were at the warehouse, it was just me and him. He fit my wig, he said it was perfection, and then he left.
So Jessica Day, he gave you the wig and you started this job at the diner, you're like the new girl or something?
I mean, I've been there a few months, saved up, bought my wig. One of my coworkers was always talking about Walter. She kept saying how wonderful Walter was, how great he was, and I had to see one of his wigs for myself.
Right? When you left this warehouse, did you see Mr. Walter with anyone else?
He said he had another appointment coming in afterwards. He looked really nervous about it.
Maybe we should go to this wig emporium or wherever he does this and check it out.
Jefferson. Let's go. Thank you.
The Wig Emporium.
He hangs up all the wigs on these very lifelike looking heads. It's almost like I got people standing like in a line right here.
I'm a real person.
Oh, good. Oh, okay.
I'm a wig fitter for Walter.
Well, this one looks like it could use a wig. These are lovely, yeah, exquisite.
Hello, gentlemen. Do you work here? Yes, I own the establishment now. How convenient. Actually, it's not. I have to get up at 4 o'clock every morning. I have to open the shop. I have to dress all of the wig heads. I have to speak with my employees.
That seems like it would not take that much time.
Well, I suppose you're right. Can I help you?
We ought to understand that Mr. White, before he was murdered, he had an appointment with someone that made him very nervous. You happen to know who that might be?
Yes. Yes, I do know who that was. Although, I don't know if I can tell you.
Julian, let me check the books for you.
We can't
Oh, excuse me.
let them know.
Julian, you can't keep this a secret.
All right, fine. Walter White was going to meet with the Mama Bear.
Mama Bear, Eugenia Clifton.
Yeah,
Why do you say it with such an emphasis?
because the Mama Bear runs the entire bootleg wig market all through Jersey.
Eugenia Clifton invented the lace front wig, I'll mind you.
But Walter White stole the design.
All right. And do you happen to know where she does her business?
Are you kidding? Everyone knows where the Mama Bear does her business. In the bear cave.
I've got a question. Why do they call her the Mama Bear?
Oh, you wait until you meet her. She's got claws instead of fingers. She's got fangs instead of teeth. And she has great hair.
Sounds like the people from New Jersey described to me.
Look, if the authorities, the Wig Association, Benevolent Control Society, found out that I was buying my wigs from Mama Bear, they'd close this place down. Well, I'm sorry, but this is my whole life.
Julian, you need to just come clean. Just face the facts.
Look, officers, there's no reason you have to tell anybody that I turned you on to Mama Bear, do you?
It's not a department. We're murdered.
There's a whole department for Mama Bear?
Well, for wig-related crimes.
When you go there, just don't mention our names.
We'll try not to.
Here, this is where she usually hangs out after midnight.
You just happen to have this in a card in your pocket?
I have 3.
Man.
The barricades. Excuse me, gentlemen, what are you doing in here?
Are you Mama Bear?
I am Mama Bear. Who's asking?
Cops.
My name is Detective Alvarez, that's Detective Tice.
Detectives?
Mama Bear.
Surprised to see us here?
I know your kind. You guys come around a lot.
Sometimes we go undercover, we need wigs.
Do you need some now? You could use some.
We don't need wigs today. Today, we need to know, we happen to know, that Walter White had been purchasing wigs from you.
Yeah, he'd been purchasing wigs from me.
And he stole one of your designs.
He'd like to claim he stole one of my designs, but nobody can replicate what I do.
I mean, the Bear Hand 2000 sold like pancakes.
Fine. Yeah, it resembled it. I wasn't too happy.
You weren't too happy enough to maybe want to take him out to New York and murder him?
I would never go into New York. What's wrong with you? We're in New Jersey.
I love these taxidermized bears that you have, each with a different wig on. These are, fantastic.
It's almost like I can see them physically.
Yes, they're actually. They're my babies.
Your babies.
Yeah, I love them like my own children.
Mom, I got the ice.
That's my real baby.
I hope you aren't getting too hot in here with all the hairs.
Thanks.
Guys, come check this out.
Go put it away.
Oh, officers. What are they doing?
They're asking about Walter.
Hey, do you mind speaking up a little bit? It's hard to overhear you when you're quiet.
I'm just gonna go put this ice away.
Thought they were going to reveal something.
Officers, can you tell me why you're here in my establishment, especially after midnight? It's almost time for my
Walter White was murdered.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just noticed the young fella carrying in the ice, but he dropped this ice pick. I thought I'd
Give me that. That's from my kitchen. That's odd.
Are these polar bears or something? What do you need an ice pick for?
Well, if you should happen to ask, I actually have taken up some ice sculpting. For the events I put on, I actually will make a live ice sculpts and then I'll put wigs on. It's very new age.
Obviously. But as I was saying, Walter White was murdered and you're a prime suspect.
He was murdered?
Yes.
And you think I had something to do with it?
Well, a man owed you potentially however much he sold of that wig that he stole from you. I wouldn't be that happy. I might pop an ice pick into his chest if I were.
Mama Bear would never do something like that.
Yeah, I would never do something like that. I would never risk my reputation killing somebody that couldn't even design his own wigs.
That was something else, huh? He couldn't design his own wigs. You knew him a little bit closer than you let on.
I did. He actually, at one point, I was mentoring him. He was going to come work for me. I taught him everything he knew. So yeah, when I found out he stole from me, of course, I felt betrayed. My own student, my own mentor, my own mentee, stealing from me? He was like a son to me, like a son I never had. I mean, another son.
All right. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this thing. So you got anything?
Look, I saw him last night. I'm sure you already knew that.
Okay.
I was going to talk to him about the design
Right.
that he stole.
Okay. Okay, and then what happened?
Well, when I got there, he wasn't there.
You missed your appointment?
He missed my appointment. I was pretty pissed off. You can ask him. I came home, I was really mad.
She was.
I was like, now he's stealing from me? He's not even keeping our appointments? Am I nothing to this man?
Do you have any idea where he was instead?
How should I know? I don't know his whereabouts.
I think I heard he was going up north to like Maine or something.
The whole state?
Where would he go specifically in Maine?
When did you talk to Walter? Why were you talking to Walter?
I wasn't talking to Walter. I just overheard things.
Outside the police car at night. Sorry, you're the two cops I was just talking to Mama Bear just a few minutes ago?
Yeah, we were just taking in the sights of Newark.
Why?
What do you want?
Listen, so can we go in your car and talk?
Sure.
Can we go for a drive or something? I got some information that might help the case.
We're not a taxi.
I know, but we're right by the bear cave. I can't talk to you, okay?
All right.
The door's locked.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Watch your head.
Just start driving away, all right?
All right, well, I'm going to head towards the city.
Well, whatever. Hey, listen, I'm not going to give you my name or nothing, okay? I used to work for her. Well, I still work for her, actually. I heard her over talking to someone. I was doing a midnight delivery. I deliver the goods, you know, in and out, importer, exporter kind of stuff.
Hair?
Yeah.
And then what?
It's not just New Jersey, it's all over the country, you see? And they were going to expand the operation all over the country. And that Walter White guy started, he took her designs, right? She couldn't stand for that, you know? So I heard her over talking about, we got to take care of business. We got to get rid of him. Stuff like that. And then now I hear that he's dead. Yeah, I didn't get into this job to have people killed, you know? It's not all reputable, you know what I mean?
Then why did you get into wigs, huh?
I'm thinning out, man!
You can buy it! Look, I work in homicide, but I had a good buddy who worked in our Wigs department. He went undercover. He had a nice long Rapunzel and a source, and we never saw him again.
Poor Jimmy.
Well, the wigs have a certain chemical. They have a certain chemical that people start to lose their hair when they wear them. And when they lose their hair, they want more wigs. It's like they're addicted to the wigs, you know? So listen, it just can't get out, right? If it comes back to me, I don't know what can happen. I can't give you my name. I won't give you my name.
Wait, so you're not willing to what's the word?
Testify? No way. No way.
Well, then this is useless to us.
Listen, she was talking to somebody. They said they were going to meet by the docks. Some guy I heard over name, some name started with an R something. That's all I got for you, all right? I just want to get some off my conscience.
You're giving us a whole letter?
All right, starts with an R, by the docks. Did she mention a state?
West Orange, New Jersey, all right?
All right, turn it around.
Hey, let me get out. Actually, can you take us to Dairy Queen?
Yeah!
Good for nothing.
You thinking what I'm thinking? Dairy Queen.
Before we head over to the drive-thru, you look pretty heated about the wigs back then. This seems more personal. Look, I'm not going to tell anyone. Are you bald? about the wig business. I mean, you didn't even know Jimmy that well. What's going on, man?
Okay, yes, this is a toupee.
It looks great.
Really?
Yeah. Look, if this is personal for you, I can't let you get emotional, man, and ruin the case.
Okay, you know, I'll keep it inside. It's just, you know, hair used to be my symbol. Like vitality, morality. Losing it, I just don't feel like myself since.
I get that. I mean, hair is important, but I don't...
Wait a second.
What?
Is your beard real? Alvarez. Oh, look. You got a jawline, huh?
I just didn't feel manly enough. It's been an insecurity of mine since the academy. I grow a patch of beard. All right, let's just go to the Dairy Queen, man.
West Orange, the docks. Several dock workers going about their business. Alvarez. In New Jersey, several means three. I hear these guys are kind of skittish, so I think we're going to have to suss out which one of them names begins with R, but we're going to have to do it like in a real subtle way. Hey, four!
Ricky! Ricky,
Oh, there you go.
fail.
Thank you.
Yeah, anytime.
Ricky.
Ricky.
I got 5 more minutes, cops.
5 minutes until what?
Union breaks over.
It's 5 minutes to talk to us. You know the mama bear?
Everyone knows the mama bear in New Jersey, of course.
You do any work for her? Any dock work? Wait, look at me. Dock work? Let me catch that.
You're subtle in your window?
Let's say it was... Okay, yeah.
I caught.
Was that tuna?
Chicken. The tuna of the land.
All right. Alvarez, this one doesn't want to talk.
Seems like you're gonna have to come downtown with us. Your 5 minutes just turned into however long it takes to get to New York.
Hours.
Come with us.
27th Precinct in the beautiful city of New York, New York.
Ricky, can I get you some milk?
Coffee, maybe? Does it come with coffee, the milk?
Sure.
All right, I'll take my milk with coffee. Milk or coffee?
All right, so Ricky, you're a dock worker, huh? You don't do any other kind of business?
Come on. I'm the union rep at the docks. I oversee the work. I make sure the pallets get offloaded from container A and put into container B, or maybe into the container bear cave. You never know.
You smuggling wigs? Is that what you say?
I didn't say that, but somebody could say that.
I said.
You're smuggling that good wig, huh?
Do you want me to help you or not?
Yes.
All right. Well, I know you got this thing wired up like the 4th of July here. I'm not just going to go incriminating myself. Let's just play a little game. You act like I know what you're talking about, and I'll act like you know what I'm talking about. It'll go great.
All right, well, you know what we're talking about. You were smuggling bear claws into the bear cave, weren't you?
Bear claws. Wait, no, we can't do the smuggling, you guys. That's more incriminating.
You were skipping into the bear cave with some bear claws.
There was maybe a little bit of a pastry delivery on the slot. That's right.
All right, Ricky. We talking black bear? We talking panda? We talking polar?
Mostly panda bear.
No.
Yeah, all those wig. You're right. I'm too dumb to do this. You swear you give me immunity?
Not yet, okay?
Depends on what you say.
All right. So all those wigs that were coming in for the Bear Cave and for Walter White were coming straight out of China. Every single one of them. Getting stamped with American made right here in New York or Newark, New Jersey, depending on which shop was making them. But I tell you, they came off the same boat, the same container ship. They were just sewing on their little buttons at the end to make them look like they was whites.
And these are the wigs that were making people crazy?
That's what I heard. I would never wear a wig. Look at me.
All right, so how does Walter White fit into all of this? So we got wigs coming in. The mama bear, she's selling them to Walter White. He's passing them off as his own, even though they're artificial from overseas.
They're Noah's. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Now he gets whacked the other night with an ice pick to the torso. You know anything about that?
Well, I don't want to tell you cops how to do your business, but I think maybe you're barking up the wrong tree here, you know? Like, it could be you follow the money, but who is it usually in the murders, right? The murder business, it's usually somebody they know well. You start with the family. Have you guys talked to one family member yet?
His daughter's name is Noelle.
I hear they have a real rocky relationship.
All right, let's go check it out.
All right, here's some bus fare to New Jersey.
Oh, come on. The apartment of Noelle White.
So, your parents like Christmas or something? Noelle White?
Yeah. They always like Christmas. I don't understand my parents. Do we have to talk about my parents?
That's why we're here, Noelle.
Oh, it's always about them.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't even know what my real hair looks like anymore. I'm so deep in this wig, I'm not sure I can find a single strand left. They just wanted me to be them, their creation, their doll, just a part of what they want to show the world.
And you didn't want that. You wanted something else. You wanted more.
I just want to be me. I look ridiculous. My hair is 6 feet high. I can barely get through the door.
Then who are you, Noelle? What did they stop you from doing?
I wanted to play D&D. I just wanted to pretend I was having fights, but no one wanted to play with me because the wig always knocked things over.
That made you angry.
That made me sad. Dad with his alliterative name. Everyone wanted to play D&D with him. Walter White. What a great name for a D&D character.
I'm not really sure I get the connection between a literate name and being good at the Dungeons and Dragons.
Neither do I never got to play because of this wig. I don't even know what happens in a game of D&D. I just want to know so badly. I just need to know.
Noelle, do you mind if I take a little look at your wig?
You want to look at me?
Well, your wig.
Oh, that sounds about right. Okay.
Alvarez. Look. I love the Marge Simpson model. You know, these are men. Anyway, so if you look
Not
here.
since 1972.
It says Walter White, but made in China. But I'm going to say that you should stop wearing this thing, okay? It's laced with some not good stuff. It's making your hair fall out.
I'm a redhead?
The D&D Game Cafe, Midtown Manhattan.
And then the wizard Mandargo opens up his never-ending bag of garbage and takes out a tin can. If I roll a 6, it's Campbell's soup. If I roll an 8, it's not. Ha! It's not. Officers?
Say, were you Walter White's D&D group?
Yeah.
You aware that he is now deceased? In real life, not in your game?
Of course.
I know.
The D&D members are the first to know these things.
Seems like you're still carrying on with your game without him.
He would have wanted it that way.
That's right. He was D&D to the soul. He loved his game.
Officers, I think I have some information for you. Well, it has to do with his daughter. I wasn't going to say anything because I'm a coward.
I roll this die here. If it's a 15 or higher, you can say something.
All right.
Seems like we... I was gonna say it already. Now there's a chance he might not.
Now I'm definitely not.
Alright, I'm going to ask someone.
Come on, roll the dice.
I'm going to ask someone here. Anybody want to roll my die? You look like you want to roll it. Alright. Alright, what number is that?
Not 20, baby.
Yeah, it's 20. You know what that means? You got to tell me everything. You got to spill the beans.
All right, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, this was Walter White's D&D club. But you know what? More than anything, that daughter of his, she wanted to be a part of the club. He would never let her join. We was all gonna let her join, but he said, my daughter, no, she's not going to join. Then, just the other day, just before he was dirty, dead. He was dead and dirty. It doesn't matter. The point is, I was closing up after all of these people left, and she came here. She knocked on the door, and she had one of those crazy wigs on. And I said, look, I'm sorry, you can't be in here. Your own father sold us to never let you in here. And she said, that man, I could kill him with an ice pick.
That's very specific. Do you know why she mentioned an ice pick?
She said it is the only thing sharp enough to pierce his ice-cold heart.
It's pretty damn evidence. Very poetic. Well, I guess we should go bring her in, huh?
Well, we don't really have concrete evidence, though. Like, this is all speculation. We need to go talk to the lieutenant.
What if I had evidence?
That would be great.
If you roll an odd number.
Come on. Yes, please. What number is that?
4.
This is a D4.
The daughter we don't let in. This one we let in.
This is a 4-sided die. Go ahead and roll it. If it's 1, 2, or 3, you have something. 4, you don't.
That isn't right. Or roll a 3. Damn! All right. These are the security tapes from that camera room. threatening her dad is right on there.
All right. Now we can bring her in.
Police station, interrogation room. So, as you saw in that tape that we just played, quote, you, I could kill him with an ice pick. Why'd you say that, Noelle?
Because I hated him.
Why an ice pick? That's very specific.
Because he had a cold heart like a polar bear.
Did you kill your father?
I want to talk to my lawyer.
Noelle, look, either you did it or you didn't. We want to help you out. We want to find out who murdered your father. If you didn't do it, just tell us you didn't do it.
Maybe I did, maybe I...
Okay. Then we're going to keep you here.
I wanted to kill him.
And?
I had an ice pick. And I don't remember what happened.
You mean to tell me that you were out there in the docks?
Yeah.
You had an ice pick with your
In
father.
my wig.
Your father was there.
Yeah.
You blacked out.
Alvarez, Tice.
You don't need to press so hard on her. We've got fingerprints on the ice pick.
Hers.
Hers.
Good. We know you did it. Your fingerprints are on the ice pick.
I don't remember what happened. I went out of the house with an ice pick, and then he said he was dead, but I don't remember doing nothing.
Noelle, would you like to play some Dungeons and Dragons with me?
Really? With me?
Yeah, right now.
Even with the wig?
Yeah, with that wig. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I was thinking of getting myself one of those.
You've got a great toupee.
All right. So let's say my character is
Yeah?
Wizard White. Okay?
Wizard White.
Yeah, and I'm an ice wizard. I'm a
The
real,
worst wizard.
Yeah, I'm a real mean guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You describe what you're doing. You're coming up to me with your pick of iciness.
I'm coming up to you with my pick of iciness.
Yeah, you be a dungeon master, okay? What do you tell them what you want to do to me with the pick of iciness?
Well, can we roll the dice?
Sure.
An 8.
Well, I'm coming up to you with my pick. Hang on, what does that mean? I haven't played it.
You moderately succeed at whatever you're doing.
Oh, okay. And so I'm coming up to him with my ice pick, and then I tripped and banged my head, and I don't remember what happened.
Should have rolled higher.
She's gonna come Tice.
Hang tight, Noel.
Look, whether she remembers it or not, we have her fingerprints on the pick. We have her at the scene of the crime. We have her basically admitting it. And she said she wanted to kill him. We have enough. Let's book her.
Alvarez, I just don't feel good. I mean, she's like us, okay? She's a fellow wig wearer.
She is a criminal! She's a criminal, and she needs to pay for her crime. Miss White, you're under arrest for the murder of your father, Walter White.
What?
You have the right to remain silent.
Well,
Intermission!
That's my leg.
Third leg. The offices of Assistant District Attorneys Jonathan Steele and Catherine Tate.
I don't know.
It's worse than you even think. I just received a call from the judge. Apparently, the suspect, Noel White, asked for a lawyer during the interrogation, and they did not provide one, and continued interrogating her.
What do we need to do?
It's not up to us at this point. The judge wants to see us in chambers with the defense attorney, Harrison Crofton, in 25 minutes. They're threatening to throw out everything she told them about being at the park and about her feelings towards her father.
And we've got Crofton up against us again.
Crofton. Crafty Crofton.
And if there's anything that he's good at, it's defending people who have some sort of underlying need to kill their parents.
It's a cottage industry.
You got off those twins, remember that.
They killed their parents in a cottage.
I don't know, Jonathan. This is going to be a tough one. We've got to get the judge to get this in trial.
I have to be honest with you, Catherine. This whole thing is a little personal for me. Sometimes I think about getting a wig. Or maybe a toupee. For a while I experimented mutton chop paste on. But people laughed at me. I was only 12.
You know, I've known people who wear wigs, Jonathan. I've known people who are afraid to let other people know that they wear wigs. And I want you to know that if you decide to wear a wig, or toupee, or merkin, or any hairpiece of any kind, I'm there with you. In fact, if I need to put a wig on, I will.
Catherine, you're a good enough friend that I'm going to admit this to you. I'm wearing a merkin right now.
I want to thank you for being so vulnerable with me. And someday when the time is right, I wouldn't mind seeing that merkin.
Well, we should probably think about getting over to the judge.
Judges' Chambers, New York State Court.
Your Honor, clearly we would have discovered all of this evidence even without her confession in the interrogation room. There's no reason to discard it wholesale.
Steele.
Crofton.
I remember your name, Harrison. I wish I could. Names aren't an issue here. It's an obligation of the law that's an issue here, okay? I can't just allow evidence to be included in court that would be thrown out immediately. This man has a law degree from Yale. The first thing he's going to do if you bring that nonsense up in court is get it run out. Now you need to clean this up and go figure out a way to get it put in front of me, or I'm going to have to toss this case out.
Your Honor, I suggest that this case be tossed out based on Article 15. My client requested
Crofton, we have her prints on the murder weapon and a video where she says that she'd like to murder her father with said murder weapon. I think that's enough to go on, but I need you to tie those loose ends up, or I will have to throw it out.
We will, Your Honor. We will.
Would you two please meet me at our usual spot right there? Follow me there.
Sure.
The private office of Harrison Crofton. Before that.
You know, I actually know the way here. I have to follow you.
Excuse me.
Oh,
You're defending Noel, right?
I am.
My name is Barry. Barry Clifton. You can't let her be put in danger. She didn't do anything wrong. She would never do anything wrong.
What do you know? What are you trying to tell us? Have a seat. Come on.
Her father and my mother have worked with each other for years. We were always hanging out as kids in the back room of the bear cave. And, well, I'll admit it, I've fallen in love with her over the years. I've watched her more closely than anything. I know she didn't do it. I know it.
Well, unfortunately, I can't, as heartfelt as your statement is, you can't hold in court.
Tell him that I did it.
Did you do it?
Maybe.
What is your name again?
Barry Clifton.
Barry, I see what you're trying to do here, and part of me is kind of touched. But
I sell ice for a living. I work professionally with ice picks.
Barry, I recommend that you leave this office right now. We both know that you did not do this work.
Do you?
Do you have any sort of proof or evidence of any type? No.
But
you care for her. And you perhaps could be a good character witness on stand, if that time were to come. Why don't you go visit her? She's in custody.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was in the bathroom making an adjustment.
Listen, I know that we've been on shaky grounds these past few years, and I'm actually going to enjoy going up against you in this case.
really? So you're agreeing to take this to court?
Of course.
Look, you surely didn't call us in here for that. The judge already told you that if we don't find some more evidence, the whole case is in jeopardy. So what's this really about, Crofton?
It's an admirable effort, but you're going to lose. And I just want to tell you that as a friend. Don't take this case on.
What do you know?
The evidence, though it might seem compelling, it doesn't link directly to the crime. Her father, had multiple ice picks. She had hit her head, amnesia. That is reasonable doubt enough for a jury.
You're wearing a wig, aren't you?
It's an awful wig. But yes. And you're still...
You know, Crofton and I were in college together.
Showers in the dorm.
But look, Crofton, if you got something to say, say it quick, because we can't stay here much longer.
We've got a pickleball game to get to.
I thought I made it clear just now.
We're going to go to trial.
We are. Well, I'll see you in court then.
Office of the District Attorney, with the Assistant District Attorneys present.
Take a seat.
I'm
I'm telling you, I've never seen anything like it. The judge was threatening to throw out the case. Crofton put it back in on his own.
Well, I'm about to throw out this case if you don't start getting some evidence. I'm concerned. There's something bigger at play here.
What do you mean?
Well, I took a quick look, and I took a look at the murders that have happened over the past 5 years. Do you know that 30% of them, the perpetrator was wearing a wig?
That's ridiculous. That's clearly a bias towards wig wearing.
It's not even that. Now that there's some potential evidence that these wigs were drugged, you don't think that this could come up in the defense and put all of us at risk? Get my name on the line that I'm not protecting the city from poisonous wigs, murderous wigs?
Andrea, we are doing our job. I know you have an election coming up, but this is not about your political future.
It is about my political future, and it's about your futures too in this office. If you don't find me concrete evidence, I'm going to pull this case, and both of your jobs are on the line.
Psychological evaluation of Noel White. Now, Noel, you keep telling me that you don't remember anything from that night.
Had the ice pick, and then everything goes dark.
And do you have a history with forgetting things?
What?
Is this a pattern, Noel?
Oh. Yeah, sometimes.
Why don't you tell me some of the things you forgot?
Sometimes I leave the house and I'm not sure whether I've locked the door or not, so I go back and check. Sometimes I'm not in my clothes and I'm in the car and I'm on the way to work and I'm like, did I unplug the iron? And I have to turn around and go all the way back because that's how I burned down my apartment.
That's curious. Now, Noel, what you're describing, these are common lapses of everyday routine habits. You know, people get so attached to their daily routine, they can easily forget these things.
So, sometimes I leave the house and forget my pants.
You know, I didn't want to say anything, but I had a patient take off a pair of his. Why don't I can't discuss that case, but it was wildly entertaining. Noel, perhaps you could tell me. I see, they were overalls. Noel, perhaps you could tell me when in your life these lapses of memory started.
Well, when I was 16 and I got my first six-footer, I forgot my best friend Marjorie's birthday. And then she told me my wig was the wrong color and never spoke to me again.
I'm sorry about that, Noel. So it sounds like it might be tied to the wigs that you said your parents forced you to wear?
I guess. You think? Really?
I'm just going off of what you told me. Now, why do you still wear the wig? Well, your father is gone, you know, you can take it off.
You want me to take it off right now?
Well, please don't phrase it that way, but it's up to you. You know, do you feel comfortable not having a wig on?
Well, let's see.
Oh my goodness. Oh, your scalp is riddled with infection. No, I'm sorry. I apologize, Noel. That was unprofessional. I was just saying that it seems like you should seek medical attention for that. Do you feel kind of naked without your wig? And I mean that in a, you know, metaphorical sense.
I feel naked a lot of the time in a metaphorical sense.
Well, your father is gone, okay? You can let the wig go. You can let the world see that scalp of yours.
Not after the way you looked at it.
Well, I can share some vulnerabilities with you too. I was speaking with an ADA, and it led to me getting let's say a specific article of fake hair, and I developed a rash in an uncomfortable region. It made me very self-conscious, but I sought attention for it. I used a lot of ointments and...
And you got that donut? The
Yes.
donut cushion that you're sitting on?
Yes.
Here.
I think...
It's a good color.
Hey,
Cushion.
yeah, it was white when I bought it, now it's a little yellow. I should probably... Well, I think if you let go of this fascination with the wig, get treatment for your head, then your memory will start to return.
What about my hair?
Look, I'm just a psychologist. I'm not a hair doctor.
Well, you're no good to me then. What's a girl without her hair?
The bear cave. Where have you been? Why do you have a visitor badge from the prison?
I was taking a trip to New York, just for fun. You know how I like to visit prisons, for fun.
Don't tell me you were seeing that girl.
Of course I was seeing her.
I told you I didn't like you hanging out with her in the first place.
Well, I didn't listen. You know I don't always listen to you. Sometimes I do things that you don't know about.
Like what?
Like going to New York. You know, I actually go to New York a lot. I think it's fun.
Well, you're not going to be going anymore, and you're not going to see that girl. Now that we finally have her father out of the picture, and she's out of the picture, I can sleep good at night.
Her father out of the picture is one thing. I never wanted her out of the picture.
Well, it looks like my problems are solved. I don't want you going to the prison, and I don't want you talking to any more lawyers, ADAs. What do you think you're doing?
I think I'm trying to save Noelle. She doesn't deserve this. Mama, I love her.
Well, it looks like you love a murderer.
No, I don't. You know I don't. She's better than that.
Well, looks like they're going to have to prove that in court.
ADA office, Steele and Tate. Did you read the report from the psychologist?
Yes, I read it. She doesn't remember a lot.
Listen, I've been thinking about this. The wig, the scalp infection, the lack of memory. It's clear to me that she wielded the weapon and killed her father. But we need to get deeper than this. And I think we need to find whoever's putting these wigs out on the market.
Catherine, You know how I told you I was thinking about getting a wig myself?
Yes.
Well, nobody could quite make one that fit my head in the upscale wig market. So I started exploring the underground bootleg wigs. I know a person. I know a big mama bear.
Jonathan, I'm concerned for you. I think I see a blister on your head. You don't need to do that. You don't need to go underground. What did you find out? This mama bear.
It seems that a bunch of her wigs have led to people suffering from memory loss and insanity, laced with some type of poison. I'm convinced that that's what happened to Noelle White, and that's why she killed her father. And I have a thought. Let's see if we can meet with Crofton in 4 minutes. 4 minutes later!
Thanks for meeting us so quickly.
I love the merry-go-rounds.
Listen,
What do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna reverse my position on the horse I'm on. Hold on. I want to talk to you. Stay in that position. So after we wanted to meet with you. Jonathan has something he needs to talk to you about.
Still got.
You might need to turn around to speak to him.
Look, Crofton, you know as well as I do that we're going to find the evidence we need to put your client in jail. But I've got a deal for you. You know what? I'm going to just sit in the carriage.
That's a great idea.
Hey, Tommy, cut it off. It's like old times.
You know Noelle White is guilty and so do we, but we don't want her anymore. We want the woman who's been distributing those wigs that led to her insanity, that led to her committing that murder. And I think she can help us. You get her to accept a plea. We'll give her 24 days in prison. With good behavior, she'll be out in 1. But then she helps us catch the mama bear.
All right.
Are you willing to put her on the stand?
If she accepts it, yes.
She won't have to take the stand. She's going to take a plea deal, you see. She's going to go to jail, and we're going to go after mama bear.
But would she be willing to testify against Mama
If she's willing to testify against Mama Bear, maybe this could happen.
Well, talk to her.
I expected something different from you. Steve, I'm a little impressed, actually.
Please let go of my hand.
You're showing moxie. Moxie you never showed in college. Going after someone like that, though, it might cost you a lot. And more than your... Talking about reputation, respect, and maybe even our lives.
Look, I'm standing right next to him, and I'm saying the same thing, and I'm willing to put myself on the line. I'm
I'll
willing
talk.
to go ahead.
I'll talk to him. Private office. Harrison Crofton with Noelle. So that's what they're offering you. Would you be willing to testify against her?
24 days?
That's a really great deal. And I have to admit, it's not looking good for you otherwise. 24 days or potentially 25 to life.
What?
Listen,
I'd be in my 50s.
A good portion of your youth will be gone. And I also have a personal stake in this.
Yeah?
I lost someone to wig infestation.
You did?
The picture's right here. Marjorie. She was the love of my life. We
That's
grew-
an egg butter. I've never seen the 12-footer.
The infection was so deep, it ran so much in her veins that her personality changed. I didn't recognize my wife anymore.
Your wife?
Yes. I know what it does to someone. And you can help these people. You can help many people.
And I'd give up, still be in my 20s?
Yes.
I'll do it.
The trial of Eugenia Clifton, aka the Mama Bear, Noelle White, on the stand.
Your Honor, I would like to approach the bench.
Counselor?
I request that the witness be allowed to wear the 6-foot wig on the stand without being ridiculed, stared at, or treated in any different way.
Request granted. Bailiff? My courtroom is a place of respect, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I ask each and every one of you 130 to show some deference to our witness here. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. White, thank you for coming here today to testify against the defendant here. I would like to ask you to please describe the first time that you noticed a loss of memory due to the wig infestation occurring in your hair.
I was meant to be doing a big presentation at my school to tell them about my favorite juice, which is I'm sorry, Ms. White, I'm sorry.
Take your time, Ms. White.
Which
Compose
is
yourself.
Orange juice.
Thank you. And do you remember the first time that your father came home with one of these wigs?
It was 2 weeks before the presentation, and he gave it to me as a gift to wear. It was the same color as the juice that was orange.
Orange. Ms. White,
Orange.
to the best of your recollection, can you tell us who in this room is the person that supplied that toxic hairpiece to your father, who then placed it on your head?
Mama Bear.
Let it be noted for the record that the witness has pointed at Eugenia Crawford. Now, Ms. White, it is the sad fact that we are aware that you were pushed to the edge of sanity, and you did indeed kill your father. And we recognize that, but we are arguing today that that was a direct cause of the actions of this woman here, supplying you with wigs containing a toxic material intended for you to lose not only your memory, but your hair. Is that true? Yeah, and they were lace front as well. Lace front wigs that took away my life and my father and my boyfriend.
And, Ms. White, is it the case that you are no longer even able to play Dungeons and Dragons if you could play, because your memory is destroyed?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
No further questions.
Would you like a glass of water? Are you parched? I could use some myself, actually. I would like to bring attention to this court, Your Honor. That based on this new testimony, my client.
Counselor, do you need a bailiff?
Is that a hairpiece that just fell off?
We didn't need someone to call an ambulance.
That's one of you two. Go. Order. Take a seat.
I called it. It's on its way.
Somebody call for an EMT? Oh no. Another case of hair infestation.
Your Honor!
He's about to die.
Well, do something!
I have the antidote to the poison. And I know who put it there.
I think you'd have to swallow something or inject it, but it's going straight to the scalp.
Your Honor, permission to approach the bench.
Your Honor, I had enough of these theatrics in the courtroom. If you have a case to make, please get on with it.
I request that I represent myself, as my attorney is not suitable to defend me.
Miss Crofton, please approach the bench. It's Mrs. Crofton, I apologize.
It's Clifton.
Clifton, I'm sorry. This whole thing has me all jiggered up. Miss Clifton, Miss Eugenia Clifton, I do not recommend that you represent yourself in my court. But that is your right if you wish to do so.
Are you prepared to defend me, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, I will defend Miss Clifton.
Your Honor, I move that this whole event be placed as evidence against Mama Bear, as proof of the toxicity and quick acting ability of the toxins that she places in her hair.
There is no proof that that was a wig that was given to him by me.
Your Honor, I would like to call Harrison Crofton to the stand.
Unorthodox, but we'll take it here. Literally pick up the wig and see who makes it.
Obtain
But I
that
suppose- Enter this in the old evidence
Please
myself.
tell the jury how you got the wig.
Mama Bear's wig fashion. Like everyone else.
Isn't it true, sir, that you obtained that wig from Mama Bear? Will you please tell the members of our... Don't look at her, Mr. Crofton, look at me.
It's true.
You look scared. Your Honor, at this point I would like to request that the witness hold his hand out and try to hold it steady.
Please do so. That's enough.
What's the matter, Mr. Crofton? Is somebody in this courtroom frightening you?
Yes.
Who? And why are you so frightened of her?
Because I'm in on the deal. I was in on it the whole time with her.
Please speak up so everyone in the jury can hear.
I was in on the deal! I was going to represent her. She offered me $1 million to do so. And if not, lights out. She would kill me.
What do you know about this deal, Mr. Crofton? Tell us everything.
It's a deep underground conspiracy of wig dealings across the entire globe. There's a specific drug called arsenine lace nair hair. It is a great life of innards of wigs.
We all know about ALNH.
I know I did it bad. I know I shouldn't have done it. Jonathan, I'm sorry.
You are a member of the bar.
I still am. She was going to kill me. But my wife died because of you. Because of your product. And you know, it's time
We're getting dangerously close to a mistrial with the defense's attorney literally flipping her.
I'm recording here of the conversation that we had. It was under the Merkin.
Audio recording?
Yes.
Why don't the two of you face the eagle on the wall over there so we'll know that you're sensing the true power of the American justice system, and then we'll hear what's on that tape.
That's right. Come face the eagle and we'll play the tape. How's that? I don't want to hear your conversation.
Your Honor, please turn the volume up so the jury can hear.
Don't worry. I'll turn the volume up as high as it goes.
Listen, you can't come at me like this. The girl's innocent.
She's not innocent. She literally killed her father.
Listen, we all know that your product made her insane, and you were had a hand in it. And I will defend her, even though I told you I would do what I would do for you. But there's nothing you could offer me to make me change my mind. Nothing.
How about $1 million?
Okay.
I'm sorry what happened to your wife. It's a matter of business. There's always risks in the business. It shouldn't have happened.
Yeah,
Just
well,
take the money, defend me, and everything will be okay.
Okay.
I'll also give you a lifetime supply of wigs.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise witness, Barry Clifton on the stand. It's all true. Everything about the wigs, everything about the conspiracy, the poisoning, it's all true, but there's more than that. You all suspect that she had something to do with the murder of Mr. White, and that she did. She was getting afraid of Mr. White coming clean with everything. He knew, and she didn't want that. So she had me take my ice pick and bring Noelle down to the place where I know her memory loss gets triggered. I handed it to her. And I could watch as her eyes went blank and she walked forward, and I let her do what I confessed, but only because she made me. She's the real killer.
I realize this is a little unorthodox now that the defense lawyer is working for the prosecution. Nonetheless, it's your witness.
No questions.
Your Honor, I recommend that we rest our case and move on to closing argument.
Your Honor, I request I do my own closing arguments in light of the situation.
All allowed. Counselor, proceed.
Ladies, gentlemen, and all of the members of the jury, thank you for your time spent, and this is a great civic duty that you perform. What we have seen here is the actions of one individual to repress and to harm the innocent people looking to enhance their lives to increase their hair width and height by seeking out wigs. What is more innocent than a wig or a toupee or any other type of hairpiece? And why? Why are the most innocent of us? And I know some of you jurors may be wearing a hairpiece. Or two. Please look within your soul and realize that we do not have to put up with illegal, toxic wigs from this person. We have gone long enough being underground, and being afraid to announce that we proudly wear wigs.
I'm wearing a merkin!
Please, all of you, find this defendant guilty.
Members of the jury, I know this case may look pretty damning for me, but as the prosecution stated, I want you all who are wearing wigs to take a look at who that was made by. And in fact, the likelihood is that it was made by me, because how many wigs of mine have been sold throughout the 35 plus years I've been in business? 300 million. When I was a young girl, I saw my mother losing her hair and cry. And I started losing my hair at a young age. And all I ever wanted to do was make people feel beautiful. But we were poor and we couldn't afford all these expensive wigs. Everyone deserves to be beautiful at a low cost. And that's what I did for my business. And yes, I may have outsourced my business to places where perhaps there were chemicals used that could have impacted some people. A small percentage of people that might have certain allergies. Possibly like this man. But are the small percentage of people, just like any risk in any business, should people and businesses that are doing good for so many be charged or put to bed just because of a small percentage of people that could be impacted by their products? There is not enough evidence that has been presented in my case, nor have I had a fair defense to be able to defend myself and tell my story. So with that, I plead you, for the good of me and for the good of all of you that will lose your hair one day, if you vote me not guilty.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at this time I'd normally send you to your chambers, very big chambers, to discuss and debate the terms of the case. I have a tea time in 15 minutes. So rather than that, I want you to keep in mind what we've been talking about. The prosecution has accused this woman, Miss Eugenia Mama Bear, of illegally lacing her wigs such that it turned a human into a weapon, killing Walter White with an ice pick. That is what you are going to vote guilty or not guilty with an upswelling of applause when I count to 3. Now, if you think that Miss Eugenia Mama Bear is guilty of the crime of killing Walter White, clap on 3. 1, 2, 3. If you think Miss Eugenia Mama Bear is not guilty of the crime of killing Walter White, clap on 3. 1, 2, 3. It sounds like for guilty on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. He's guilty. Not guilty. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, in light of all the wackiness, I'm gonna have to declare a mistrial. We can't have the defense attorneys flipping on us at the last second, Counselor.
The offices of A.D.A. Catherine Tate and Jonathan Steele. Dun dun. Well, a mistrial. That's actually the best we've done in a long time.
I actually feel really proud. We managed to at least persuade half the jury. That's not bad.
I'll tell you something, Catherine. You and I have been working together for a long time. And the truth is, one of the reasons I never felt the need to go out and actually get a wig is because I don't mind being my true self in front of you.
Jonathan, that means a lot to me. And I just think that what we do here, the things that we do here are to protect the innocent people of our city and our state. And to know that one of the great protectors, Jonathan Steele, is willing to be baldly vulnerable makes me proud.
Come on, Catherine. Let's go. I'll show you how I Simonize my head.
The end.
My friends, let me tell you something. We closed down over COVID, as many people did, but now we're back. But never until this moment have we, since COVID, sold out our house. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and this is
Eileen Tumlin.
Adam Little.
Justin Carnes.
Griffin Beer.
Adrian Posada.
Rachel Kumar.
Stu Rock.
Lily Savino. Geraldine Carola. Lynn Shields.
And you are the best. Of this show tomorrow. You can't come to that because that's sold out also. And we have 4 more performances Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. And there are still some tickets left to that. They are going fast, but come back. See us again. It's always improvised, always based on your suggestions, and your word of mouth is our greatest form of advertising. So not only would we love you to come back, but please tell your friends about the show and help us sell out those other 4 shows as well. We have some postcards on the table on your way out. Take some and put them up around town in your local newsstands and candy stores, malt shops, everywhere. Everywhere people do that nowadays. After we're all done with this show, do not fear because we go right back into rehearsal and we're back in April with improvised Dungeons and Dragons. That show's being directed by Adrian Posada right over there. And after that, in July, our final show this season, we're bringing back a fan favorite, Spontaneous Hitchcock. So come on back and see that as well. Hey, also, if you think improvisation looks like fun, it really is. If you're wondering, hey, can I do improvisation? Yes, you. Yeah? Yes, the answer is yes! We teach classes. I personally teach improvisation classes at the Walnut Creek Arts and Recreation Center. Our next full beginning class starts in, well, let's say March. So, registration will open in February. Go on the website and come and take the class. We'd love to get to know you like that as well. We are a 501c3 organization. We depend very heavily on the generosity of our patrons. That's you. You're our patrons. If you have a couple extra bucks and you wouldn't mind donating it to us, please put it in the bin on the way out there. If you want to write us a check, we really appreciate that. We have envelopes. Take one, send it to us in the mail, and you will really do a lot towards helping us further our mission of building a better world through the art of improvisation. If you have a friend in the cast and you want to say hello to them, give us about 10-15 minutes. We'll be out by the stage door. Thank you all very much. I love each and every one of you. Good night.